welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, where we continue our exploration from last time. Hiya, I'm Eris. Why don't you stop by our club and have some fun with me, handsome? The two of us could talk the day away over a drink, maybe several even. More of our patrons have been picking me as their go-to girl at the club lately. If I keep this up, I can get the lead on my rival and become Crossbell's undisputed top hostess. Yeah, fellas, you look like you got some time on your hands, am I right? We've got cute babes aplenty over at our club. How about you swing by and check them out, huh? Aggressive solicitation is a crime. I'd keep that in mind if I were you. Whoa, who said anything about being aggressive? What are you, a cop? Oh, looks like you are. My bad. Let's just pretend this never happened. This area is as seedy as ever. Bribery is also a crime. Welcome. Ah, Wiedersehen Vasi. It's rare seeing you here this time of day. I guess it is. Me and my new crew here out on patrol actually, so drinks will have to wait until I'm off the clock. I see. I'll save your seat then. Ever since the Rush disappeared, groups that were once content to lurk in the shadows have slowly begun to emerge. As a result, the back alleys have actually become more unruly, despite what you might expect. I feel I have a better understanding of how much power the Mafia truly wielded, now that they're gone. Day in, day out, I put on a fake smile and pour drinks at the club. Why do I do this to myself? A book entitled The Working Man's Diet is taking 5 on the counter. Which cappuccino? Nothing's here. That sandbag trap you all set up was nothing sort of spectacular. Couldn't wrap my hand around what we were doing at first, but it turned out splendidly. That was one amazing arrest if I've ever seen one. The CPD has been doing some serious great work. Most kids got arrested, sure, at an expensive looking car. Was this the Rand Company's latest models? They must be loaded. So everyone talks about the quests, no? To be specific, we're receiving more and more reports on new dangerous monsters on the state. So this is still the monster request. Teaming up with the SSS against me, raring to go as an operator too. I'm even more excited now that I finally get to work with Miss Seeker. Honestly, friend, can you blame her? Hey Bezos, finally got yourself some new blood. These must be new members everyone's been talking about. That's right. It makes you Noel then, huh? From the Guardian Force? What say you and I got out for dinner sometime? Well... You hate to see it. Huh? Wait, aren't you Vasi Hemisphere from the Testaments? Actually, now that I get a better look, you might be the prettier of the two new SSS members. I can't help but agree. Unfortunately for you though, you aren't my type. Sorry to disappoint. Ah, that's too bad. Wait, why would I care about being turned on by another guy? I was waiting for you to wrap it up, but you just went on and kept digging your own grave deeper and deeper. You should follow their example and grow up a little. Or should I just save some trouble and kickstart the paperwork to have you re-enrolled at the police academy? No, Inspector, anything but that. Why does the Inspector always have to bust my balls like that? I know I need to get my act together, but give me a break. I can't help the way Adios made me. Expensive? Wayman's dump Azure aside, welcome back SSS. The 2nd Division may be calling on you again sometime. We're expecting great stuff from you kids. Thanks, Inspector. After all these months, it feels really good to hear. You're right, we finally started to gain some recognition within the department. We have no business upstairs, so let's not go there. Hey, it's the SS. Looks like you've got yourself some new recruits. I think it means you guys are finally back up and running. I'm happy to say we are. You're the chief of the Metropolitan Division, right? It's nice to meet you, sir. Same here. The name's Yolik. Gotta say, Bennings, this looks like quite the team you've got on your hands. All the better. The department's expecting great things from the SSS after all. You kids are gonna need to work hard and rise above your station from today on. Of course, we do our best not to disappoint. Oh well, I'm sure Kate and Franz will be able to handle them just fine. Let's try this again. What is your current home address? None of your business. What do you think? It's somewhere a low-born pig like you couldn't afford on your dirt-poor salary. How's that? Why, I ought to. Hang in there, Franz. What part of a major violation are you not understanding? Very least, you should reflect on your behavior. Don't get your panties in a knot. You want us to reflect? Fine. There. All done reflecting. Now how about you stop wasting our time and let us go already? Hey, you're the ones who set up that barricade, aren't you? You got some nerve showing up here. Step off before you get stepped on. You went through trouble of arresting us, knowing that the worst you can do is slap us with a measly fine. Other cops that desperate for some pocket change. Man, I'm going home already. This whole 3rd degree is wearing me out. Yes, I'm looking for a rental property. One on the cheaper side if possible. It doesn't have to be too big as long as there's enough living space for all 3 of us. Do you have anything like that? Well, here are some listings that may interest you. What do you think about this one? We received a change of residence form from the old tenant a few months ago, as I recall. Seems like a promising place. Let me think. Oh, there's one other catch I forgot. The building has to be pet-friendly, otherwise it's a deal-breaker. Unfortunately, you find this property meets this particular specification. That's a relief. How soon can we arrange for a tour of the place? Oh, I do hope we can find a good place to live. Ideally, I'll be able to maintain a flower garden there too. No? Don't worry, Mother. I'm sure Father will find a lovely home for us. So Bond is moving. Probably has to after disappearing and... What happened in Zero, I mean? Before I head out, would you mind double checking the delivery slip? Of course, let's see. It looks good to me, you're all set. Thanks. I'll go drop this off then. Okay, so this one goes to General Affairs, 1st Division. And this one goes to Financial Affairs. The new City Hall building is just around the corner, so I'll be bringing these over there soon. All the allocation paperwork was passed over to General Affairs 2nd Division. I guess it's too much to ask that each division handle their own form filling. Well, hello Lloyd! And you're with your co-workers too. Is the SSS finally back in action? As of today, yeah. Feel free to send us a request if you ever need help. I'll keep it in mind. I have to say though, you all look better and stronger than ever. I'm proud of you, Lloyd. I appreciate it, Uncle Miles. But I'd say the SSS still has a lot of room for improvement. Come on, there's no shame in taking some pride in your accomplishments. Then again, that humility does define you in a way. I'll be rooting for you guys. And remember, our home is your home. Go ahead and drop by any time you like. Thanks, Uncle Miles. See you again soon. Cecile has a very kind father. Back alley, Dr. Glenn, chapters 1 to 4 are currently here. Best way to use 5 minutes. Back alley, Dr. Glenn. That was a collectible in the last game. Archon Steel Enthusiast. Same the White Wolf. Mark and the Witch. I study history at a university in Le Mans State. The sad thing is, I've tried to earn my doctorate not once but twice so far. They wouldn't accept my first thesis and I was late for the second, so it got rejected automatically. So crushing, really. I'm still a college graduate even if I don't earn my doctorate, but I'm too stubborn to surrender now. Good morning and welcome to Crossbell City Library. Ask me for help if you're having trouble finding a specific book. Those are still the general knowledge books. I know those faces. It's Kia's big brother and sister. Do you bring Kia along too? Sorry to disappoint, but she's at Sunday school today. We mentioned you asked about us though. I'm sure she'll be back again soon. Okie dokie. You better say hi for me. I'm gonna hold you to it. Don't worry, we will. I see that little rascal makes impression wherever she goes. If there's someone who doesn't like Kia, I haven't met them yet. Abby's really taking a shine to Kia. Not that I feel any different, she's a wonderful little girl. Mayor Croix never seemed to skip a beat, huh? He's wise, righteous, energetic, innovative, and best of all, wealthy and handsome. Ooh, saying all that in one go made me a little dizzy. The path of a noodle is never ending. That's why you must tread it one day at a time. Speaking of which, I've got some brand new noodles on the menu that I've been hashing out for a while now. I call them heavenly noodles. Go ahead, give them a try. Fancy seeing you here, SSS. It's been a while, hasn't it? Welcome to Crossbell News Service. If you have any inquiries to make, just direct them to me. Grace is going to be so happy to hear that your squad is back in action. Feel free to direct any inquiries to me. An absolute CNS legend in the flesh. I guess some great men just have a different aura from the rest of us. Wait, what am I dawdling around for? I need to get all those materials together and head back to my desk. Oh, it's the SS. You're Grace's partner, right? Yep, I'm Rains, one of the reporters here. Or so they say. These days I keep getting pigeonholed into being a cameraman. What does a guy have to do to earn some respect around here? Hang in there, Rains. Living the dream isn't all it's cracked up to be. Oh, by the way, we ran into Grace earlier and noticed you went with her. Right, she said the story she's working on right now would be easier to handle alone. Of course, it means I have to take care of all the desk work she dumped onto me instead. I don't really mind though. It's a good opportunity for me to do some actual writing. Wait, I can't afford to stand around chatting away with this deadline creeping up on me. Sorry about that, we didn't mean to distract you. Good luck with your work. There's that last reference I needed for this article again. don't have time for this, the deadline is creeping closer by the minute. So here are the old issues. Man, it's been forever since you last came to visit. What's it been? Like 3 years? Yes, just about. I'll be in town for a time being, so I intend on coming by the office from time to time as a consultant. Hopefully won't put too much of an imposition on you. I'm very much looking forward to working with the CNS again. Nah, come on, you know you're always welcome here. Don't hesitate to ask if you ever need anything, alright? Oh, that reminds me, I brought you a little souvenir. They're from an excellent shop I found in the Republic. I hope you like them. Ah, thanks for going through the trouble. These are Baumkuchen, right? You're a big fan of these yourself, from what I remember. Oh, I'm always so busy. Being a deliveryman really puts your stamina to the test. Good morning and welcome to the International Bank of Crossbell's corporate headquarters. If you have business here, then head inside to the reception desk. Our lovely receptionist will be more than happy to assist you. Hey, you have a special support section. Do you remember me? I'm the trader you saved during a cult incident. Of course we do. It's great to see you, Wizero. Have you been in good health since then? Well, I've been seeing a doctor at St. Ursula the last few months. As you can see, I'm right as rain now. Fortunately, I managed to avoid bankruptcy during the incident too. Thank you for your help back then. I'll never forget how grateful I am to the SSS. As a matter of fact, here, I'd like you to have this. A celestial bomb. It's something an associate of mine gave me a while back, but I wouldn't know what to do with it. This is hardly enough to repay you for your kindness, but I figured it'd be a half-decent place to start. Consider it a personal gift from me to you. It would mean a lot if you'd accept it. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to. Thank you very much, Rizuru. I'm glad we had the opportunity to see each other again like this SSS. I'll never forget how grateful I am for all the help you gave me back then. Yeah, we saved him with a cult incident. He was one of those brainwashed people. Welcome to the International Bank of Crossbell. I'm only part of security, but I can still give you some basic directions if you have business in the building. Ah, Miss McDowell, Detective Bennings. It's been some time since your last visit. I see the SSS has resumed operations. Yes, and not a moment too soon. It's good to see you, Lanfei. You can expect we'll be coming by the SSS more often again. I'll be looking forward to it. In fact, I believe it was the SSS who first helped us test our new seperate exchange service. Well, I believe the expiration date on your original card has already passed. As such, I've prepared you a new one. Here you are. You simply present the card at the counter the way you did before. We'll exchange your seperate for Miura at a higher rate than you typically find elsewhere. Are you sure it's alright letting us use that service, I mean? Naturally, you're good friends of the Croix family after all. But you should have access to this small convenience but a matter of course. Well, who are we to turn up our noses at their generosity? We'll be sure to make use of it. Of course, all you need to do is ask. Yeah, like in Zero, higher rate exchange rates in... higher exchange rates in the IBC than elsewhere. The technology department has cleared the initial stage of the orbital network's phase 2 testing. What that means is that the building can now securely transfer greater volumes of data at faster and more reliable speeds. Because of that, we've slowly begun connecting our company terminals to external networks as well. It's thanks to Miss Croyce's excellent leadership that the technology department is capable of so much. Hey, you're the SSS, right? Welcome to the IBC. If you have any safety concerns about the building, speak with the security department and we'll look into it. All of us take pride in our ability and strength, much like the guardsmen of the CGF. Are you trading? Attention passengers, the Michelin cruise ship has just arrived. We will now begin the boarding process. Please form an orderly line and wait your turn. We're taking the opportunity to visit Michelin during our stay in Crossbell. I just hope we'll be able to see all of it in a single day. We're going to Michelin today. Can't wait to ride the Ferris wheel. I bought you your medicine, Grandpa. Thanks, sweetie. You can just set it aside for later. Not so fast. I know you don't always drink it unless I'm looking. So today I'm gonna make extra sure you can take some with your lunch. Haha, foiled again. You always see right through me, Amisa. My stubborn grandpa finally started taking his medicine after I kept bugging him over and over. Sometimes he still tries to trick me when I'm not watching, but it's a start. Guess all my pestering paid off. I hate this world and all the hospitals in it. The only thing I love is my granddaughter. That's why I've decided to listen to what she tells me, most of the time. I started looking for a job a little while ago. It's not going well though. Turns out I'm not exactly new hire material. I can feel my motivation draining out of me faster by the minute. Turns out getting employed isn't easy. What am I going to do? Cheer up, Roy. Even if you can't find a job, you always have me. Ah, Mei Ling, you really are my one and only ally. I hear a trade conference is going to be held at the end of the month. They've invited not only the leaders of Ereboni and Calvert, but Libel and Mermiferia as well. It sounds like it'll be one spectacular event. War feels bad because he can't get a job. I got to make him happy again. That's my job. I guess it's official. My little Noel is now part of a CPD special support section. Cut it out, Mom. I told you that's only a temporary transfer. It's not like I'll be doing this forever. Oh, nonsense. Quit sweating the small details. Embrace your new team. Don't forget that this makes you and Fran co-workers. She was jumping for joy at the thought. That sounds like our Fran. I don't know why she's always been such a child about everything. Still, it's pretty exciting. I'm happy to be working with her. You act like you keep Fran at arm's length, but the Seekers are pretty close, aren't they? I should say so. Though Mother does have to worry that they're a little overprotective of each other. They're both attractive girls, but their bond seems to keep the boys away. That's no way to find yourself a husband, Noel. Mom. It's not just the sisters who have a tight-knit relationship. I think the entire family has something special. You shouldn't be a stranger, Noel. You know your mother misses you, don't you? Of course I know, but don't I already visit often enough? Yes, but now you live in the city with Fran and me. That means you should visit even more, doesn't it? Come on, Mom. I'm not a little girl anymore. I can survive a few days without you spoiling me. As he works as a bartender downtown. Cool, huh? I'll brag about him all the time. Yeah, and Vasi is his boss, right? Don't I know you from somewhere? Oh, that's right, you're Azel's older sister. You know her, Vazzy? Of course, her younger brother Azel is a member of the Testaments. Didn't you storm into Trinity a long time ago to try and make him quit? Storm into? Right, sorry for stirring up all that trouble back then. At the time I just wanted Azel to quit the gang life, no matter what. You did give the boys quite the shock, the way you were huffing and puffing, ready to blow our bar down. That's the power of familiar love for you. He's saying that like he isn't responsible for any part of it. My younger brother works part-time at Trinity. It's kind of a bad part of town, so I was worried for him at first. It's a relief to know he's managed to commit to something though. This used to be Estelle's home? A pair of bracers used to live across the hall. It's been a little lonely ever since they went back home a few months ago. I wonder if someone we knew will move in one of these days. Bouts of loneliness hit me from time to time ever since I relocated here from work. I wonder if anyone new will move into the apartment across the hall one of these days. Hey, how you doing? I sell all sorts of handicraft items here. Don't be afraid to buy anything that catches your eye. The new mayor, Dieter Coy, seems to cooperate well with Speaker McDowell when it comes to political reforms. Being a mayor and speaker work as one would have been unthinkable in the past. I tell you, the times, they are a-changing. The new mayor, Dieter Coy, has already proven himself capable as CEO of the IBC. Can't wait to see how Crossbell's future will turn out with him at the helmet. These pinwheels you see here are some of my most popular items. They may be just toys, but folks in the East say they're supposed to ward off evil. A cushion for Kia. Mom usually gives me a ton of mirror when she asks me to go shopping. Any leftover money goes straight to my wallet afterwards. The sad thing is, Mom only gives me just enough for the groceries now, so there's hardly any left over. There goes my extra allowance. A lot of groceries sold in Crossbell are imported from abroad. They're still fresh when they arrive though, with how fast the trains are. Welcome on at all. I got plenty of vegetables today, freshly harvested from Amorica Village. You just can't ask for better taste when it comes to Crossbell and ground produce. Amorica Village is the market corner of tasty vegetables. I can't comment on them enough. So what are you waiting for? Come on and stock up. My mom hasn't been doing any chores whatsoever these days. She's finally blew her lid at me. My dad and my brothers were never helping around the house. It's turning into a real problem. My mom's gone ballistic, so she hasn't been doing any housework whatsoever. Can I interest you kids in some fish? Speaking of which, I haven't seen any of the Fisherman's Guild around lately. Where do you suppose they went? Kinda sad not seeing those characters around. They wasn't just not the same without them. I got a truckload of packages from Calvert to deliver today. You know the mighty Sear River flowing along the border? Sackna crossed the thing I floored it all the way through Tangam Hill. The delivery industry is no cakewalk, that's for sure. Think I'll take a spin around the city too, now that I've got a full stomach. I knew my husband would enjoy some home-style cooking. It's delicious. Nothing beats Eastern cuisine. Hi, feel free to grab a seat whenever you like. Daddy may be a little scary, but I promise his food is the best in the world. I had this job for about a year, so I'm pretty used to it by now. I like all of your customers too. As long as that doesn't change, I could work here forever. My friend Ruth and I got part-time jobs here a little while back. I'm not so good at working the counter though. It can be fun, but I always get yelled at for miscounting the mirror. Working in food industry isn't all that bad though. I've been making the most of it. Puck and I started working part-time so we can build up some cash and open our own shop. It's only the beginning of our big success story, you know? It's just two catches. Master's high standards and the low pay. We got hired because we're Shanshan's childhood friends, but in all honesty, I'm kinda starting to regret it. We've left the more basic duties like cashiering, cleaning, and dishwashing to the new guys, Puck and Ruth. That means I can finally focus on the kitchen. Yeah, I was thinking I'd gained 4 new apprentices to teach Eastern cooking to. The misunderstanding wasn't your fault, so no hard feelings. The recipe book is yours to have. Use it to sharpen your skills on your own time. The only secret to growing as a chef is to actually cook. Am I clear? Lloyd Bennings, affiliation Crossbell Culinary Federation. Chef's Guidelines. Cooking is sincerity. Honor your tools, ingredients, and fellow man. Rule 2. Cooking is passion. Do not fear change or neglect daily practice. Rule 3. Cooking is love. No seasoning compares to a chef's devotion. What did I get roped into? Secret passage. EU material. Did you know that if you join the Business Owners Association and start hiding items inside of chests, they'll double over time? It's called Moore's Law. Suspicious? An Eastern-looking Jesus is enshrined here. Come to think of it, this Jesus statue is always kept in impeccable condition. Someone must visit here quite often. Should we offer a dish while we're here? I didn't realize feeding Jesus was a part of the SS's official duty. Well, it's not like we're always doing it. It does make for a good cooking practice, though. That's really thoughtful of you guys. Marcy and I should probably hone our skills in the kitchen, too. Let's bring some supreme dishes over whenever we have them. Offer one? Peerless fried rice. And there we are. Let's try coming back with another offering sometime. We should avoid bringing any repeat dishes. One of each kind should be plenty, I think. Yeah, good idea. Well now, is that who I think it is? A long time no see, ma'am. I should say so. It's good to see you all doing so well. Have you had any chance to speak with my husband yet? He's right upstairs if you'd like to say hello. Well, if it isn't Lloyd and the young Miss McDowell. It's been quite some time. I'm glad you're both in good health. Hello, Chairman Moss. Long time no see, sir. You're the chairman of a business owners association that the merchants of East Street belong to, isn't that right? Oh, so that's him? I'm pretty sure he used to look out for my mom when she ran a stall. Ah, those are new faces I see on your team. I'm looking forward to seeing you all back in action. Our expectations for you are higher than ever. Here's hoping you live up to them. A sign is hung on the locked door. Currently under renovation, Imperial Fishing Club. It's closed? And what's with this Imperial Fishing Club business? Last I recall, this was a Crossbell branch of a Fisherman's Guild. You remember, right, Lloyd? Have you heard anything about this from the other members? No, I've been busy all summer. The only thing my wat's been catching lately is dust. The place is locked too, so it looks like we'll have to swing by later if we want any answers. Well, bless my soul, look who's back in town. Hi, Mikkel. It's been a while, hasn't it? It most certainly has. Good job handling that arrest in Altair, by the way. We couldn't have done it without Arias' help. I think we have you to thank for that. You're looking well, Mikkel. How have you been? Why, thank you, sweetie. I'm in top form. Though we're up to our knees in work now that the golden bright era of the Crossbell branch has come to an end. Yeah, that makes sense. It looks to me like Arias and the other boys are doing a good job of picking up the slack. Well, we're no strangers to being short-staffed. We manage one way or another. They don't call you bracers allies of the people for nothing. No matter how busy you guys are, you never offer a word of complaint. Guilty as charged. But I could say the same about the SSS. You four have been busting your behinds so... Hold on now. Is it just me or do you have some new faces? Oh wait, these are our latest additions to the SSS. Noah Seeker, transfer member from the Crossbell Guardian Force. Vasi Hemisphere, I'd like to think my name is introduction enough. Oh, that's quite a sensational pair of recruits you got on your hands. An active Sergeant Major of a Guardian Force and the leader of a downtown district's Testament gang. The experience must be invaluable now the SSS is back and kicking. But are you sure you can rely on them when push comes to shove? I am. It's true that we all have very different backgrounds, but that's been the case for the SSS since day one. Good answer. You've grown a lot since the first day you stepped through our doors. Best of luck there, boys and girls. It's a pleasure to work with you again. By the way, Arias had to book it to a Mafaria the moment he got back from Altair. The Grand Prince up there is coming to a conference at the end of the month, so he's helping him prepare for it. I guess there's no rest for the Divine Blade of Wind. Well, he's not the only one, honey. Pretty much everybody is busy getting ready for that conference. You're right, even the CGF's been preoccupied with reassignment and rehabilitation training. I guess you weren't exaggerating about how strapped for manpower the guild is. Not in the least. The void Estelle and Joshua left behind was much larger than I expected it would be. Our workload is utter insanity right now. Arias and the gang might be skilled, but there's a limit to everything. That's certainly true. Anyhow, we're going to be swamped for a while, and I don't see it getting easier anytime soon. So every little bit the SSS does helps, thanks for that. Yeah, likewise. Here's hoping we can all manage. Arias is gone, Scott is in America, Wenzel is in Erebonia, and Lynn and Aeolia should be here. What's up, SSS? It sure has been a while. Hey Lynn, hey Aeolia, it's good to see you again. How things been at the guild? I know, busy as we've ever been. But enough about us. Tell us about the guys behind you. They rookies? Something like that. You two are braces, right? It's a pleasure to meet you. Actually, I think I've seen you before while we were on your way to Calvert. Oh yeah, that's why your face is so familiar. You're usually one of a guardsman in Tangram, huh? Speaking of a Republic Gate job in Altair, Lloyd. That ties up a final loose thread of a cult case, doesn't it? You've really moved up in the world. I still got a long way to go, honestly. In any case, the rest of the SSS and I plan to hit the ground running again. That's the spirit. You got this, guys. You know, I took you guys for total amateurs the first time we met, but I think you've really grown into your role since then. That's why I'm going to stop taking it easy on you from now on. Come on, Len, you can still go a little easy. Come to think of it, I haven't seen my sweet little Tio for some time. She's over in Le Mans at the moment, right? Yes, she'll be staying there for a little while longer. I see. You know, our headquarters is also in Liman. I could request a transfer. You'd better knock it off if you don't want me bringing this up with Mikkel. I was only kidding. Sheesh. Classic Eolia. It's been so long since I gave a sweet little Tio a great big hug. Let me know the second she gets back and I'll be there in a flash. Hey, those cops, what are you doing with that punk from Trinity? You're putting him in the slammer or something, huh? You're not? Lame. Nothing's been going on with the downtown gangs lately. Maybe we've gone soft. Man sure does like getting on people's nerves. What a nice warm day it is. Why I'm liable to doze off at the drop of a hat. If it wasn't obvious, the city's modernization has done all that much for its downtown. Even though it's a rough neighborhood, people from all walks of life call this home. The dirt cheap rent does not either. Every now and then someone manages to climb their way out of here and make a name for themselves. We downtown dwellers all have our own unique stories, and that's for a fact. Door's locked. Now where are those materials they gave me during orientation? I haven't been enrolled for very long. I'm already losing stuff. Doesn't exactly bode well for an aspiring doctor, does it? I can still hardly believe I actually passed the entrance exam for St. Ursula Medical College. I've heard it's only going to get harder from here on out. But it won't hurt to bask in the glow of my triumph a bit longer, right? I mean, guy, you worked your ass off, yeah? Is this Wishes home? Mommy keeps saying how happy she is that those crooked, no-good government people haven't come by. I don't really get it, but if Mommy's happy, then I'm happy too. The Diet's been considering a redevelopment plan for the downtown district for years, but it's not looking too likely now. As of the last Diet session, the plan has been officially put on ice. That doesn't mean they're never revisited, so it's too early to celebrate, but the news still came as a huge relief. This district was demolished, our family would have nowhere else to go. I heard that most of the Diet members at the heart of the redevelopment plan were arrested for their involvement in the cult incident. Top of that, the plan itself wasn't very well thought out. Its drawbacks have had things in a deadlock more times than one. The door is firmly shut. A voice can be heard. Buzz, bring it to me. I need it. There's always something shady about this place. I see Jingo is running the counter as usual. This shop has connections to Crossbell City's black market, right? Rumor in the CGF was that you could buy weapons and ammunition here. Well, for what it's worth, the shop will cut you a more honest deal than most in the underworld. But the owner, now there's a woman you wouldn't cross twice. That's one way to put it. Anyway, we shouldn't linger around. If you have business here, let's get it done and get out. At 9 Barley Exchange, you can trade specific items for ones of higher rarity. To make an exchange, speak with Jingo at the counter and select Trade. Well, if it ain't the SSS. Haven't seen your mucks around here in a while. It's nice to see you again as well, actually. Now, what do we have here? I heard the rumors, but I didn't think they'd be true. What are you up to, Vasi Hemisphere? Oh, nothing much, you know me. Just having a little bit of fun. If you'd like, we could talk about it over at drinks at Trinity. Ha, whatever, kid. So what do you need? Just for a record, I've already cleaned my stock of everything with Vash left behind. I didn't even realize what was happening. Nothing particular, we just decided to stop by doing our rounds. Oh, that's right, feel free to look around. This is a business though, so, you know. Still can't believe you traded in your bad boy card for a police badge, Vazzy. You're just full of surprises, aren't you? Hey, look who's back in business! Weapons ain't for sale, but if you wanna make some trades, that's okay with me. Got a lot more stuff that's safe for regular old civvies now too. The only one who didn't have that drop there was Vazzy. What kind of sales pitch is that? Should we be investigating the store instead of shopping at it? At first glance, I suppose it can't be proven my goods are illegal. Sure, as long as you don't dig any deeper than that, no one gets hurt. Not that we know of, anyway. Alright, we've been keeping busy expanding our stock, so just to know. There's some good stuff in mix, the kind you're gonna wanna get while you can. I'll give them to you if you can pony up enough to make an equal trade. Sure, Jingo, we'll make a point to stop by every now and then. Hope this goes without saying, but the only things we can't trade you are black market goods. But if all you need is medicine, quartz, and accessories or whatever, take a look around, it's all fair game. These quartz require, among others, fish. Oh. You still exist, but there's nothing here anymore. Welcome, how many in your Wait, was he? And the SSS too? Did you just welcome us? The place becomes more like a legitimate business by the day. How are you holding up, Abbas? Doing well for yourselves? No complaints. It's good to have you back. Why not make yourself at home while you're here? So, Wazzy, how are you liking the special support section? I suppose it's a good fit after all. My chief and colleagues are pretty lenient, they'll even let me work as casually as I please. I don't recall us letting you treat this job like an all-expense-paid vacation. That's right, Vazzy, even as an associate member, you're still a part of a police, you know? Listen, this is just the way I do things. You should all take a lesson from me and loosen up a bit. All this stiffness can't be good for your joints. You're unbelievable sometimes. It would appear that you're already fitting in. I see no problems in that case. Dealing with this guy is nothing but problems. How did you do it, Abbas? Actually, I've been meaning to ask, was everyone in the Testaments really okay with Vazzy joining the SSS? I've been curious as well. Did it come as a surprise when your leader decided to leave for the Force? Whether or not we approved is of little consequence. What Vazzy says goes, no exception. Matt didn't answer the question. Abbas has the patience of a saint. Well, it was definitely a bombshell, but we all came around after talking it over. All of us have our reasons for being here, whether it's to stick to our parents or get away from a broken home. Vazzy gave us a place to belong, so if we've chosen a new path, then we support him every step of the way. As a matter of fact, this is a good chance for us to start learning how to look after ourselves. We've made a lot of strides since our days of doing nothing but fighting. Managing Trinity has helped us mature. Still, it does get lonely here without Vazzy. I can see how. I respect you guys' positivity about this. To be fair, I'd already been leaving others in charge of the testaments for the most part. With or without me, I'm sure they'll manage to keep on just fine. And there you have it. Special support section, we will leave Vazi in your care for the time being. No need to worry about us, Vazi. Focus on your current work instead. Way ahead of you others. I'm inexperienced in serving and protecting the public, so please, be gentle with me. We could just leave you here at Trinity, you know. But we won't. Welcome to the team yet again, Vazi. I'll be popping in once in a while, but you have to keep the bar afloat on your own. I'd hate to see one of the city's coziest places to relax go under. Understood. Those two have kind of an odd dynamic. I wonder how long they've known each other. We all talked things over as a team once we heard that Vazi was joining the SSS. The consensus was to keep Trinity running the way we've been doing. We used to hang out here while others handle all the dirty work. But from now on, we're gonna try and bring in as much business as we can. Stop by Trinity again whenever you like. Don't feel pressured to drink on the job either. We have a great lunch menu too. It's not like I'm crazy about waiting tables, but this is the only position left, so I didn't have much of a choice. Just trying to make the best of the hand I was dealt. I'm in charge of the billiard tables. That includes keeping score and showing people how to play. I can teach you if you don't know the rules. Hey, welcome. Just let me know when you are ready to order. Cocktails, snacks, whatever. I'm ready to show off what I've learned from others. Well, I'll be. The SSS is back in business. Hello, Mr. Jerome. It's been a while, sir. No need to be so polite, kiddos. So the rumors are true, huh? The leader of the Testaments really has joined your crew? Can't lie, it's an odd fit. I aim to surprise. That reminds me, now that I'm part of the police, you can't say no to my modification requests anymore, can you? We didn't hire you so you could get local business perks, you know? Well, I suppose I can't. But as long as it's not for picking fights, I'd be happy to give you a hand. So this is Jerome's factory, huh? I've heard you specialize in weapon upgrades and orbital device repairs. Oh, you must be new too, Missy. I take my work seriously, meaning I only mod things within reasonable safety limits. I finally got my business permit too, so don't expect me to do anything outside the straight and narrow. Stop by anytime you get your hands on some materials and I'll see what I can make with them. We'll be sure to. At Jerome's factory can use new materials and other items to upgrade your equipment. Speak to Jerome at the counter and select Customize. I told you before, but I used to be a materials science and engineering specialist at the Epstein Foundation. So don't you worry, I got the right qualifications for this sort of thing. Charlotte Leatherfist Aschpite. Sweep, sweep. This place can never stay clean for more than a minute. Morning, Canon. Doing alright? Good morning, Vazzy. I'm fine, but there's a lot more empty bottles around than usual. Makes me mad when people litter, but comparing all bottles makes for a fun little game. Look, this one's got a narrow middle and pretty, huh? Yeah, nice find. Just watch out for broken glass, okay? Don't worry, I will. You guys. Been a while, hasn't it? Since the cult incident, if I'm remembering right. Nice to see you again. Have you been well since returning to the Saber Vipers? Yeah, I guess. They said the reason I kept picking fights with Walt and the others was because of that drag. The guys made sure I wouldn't forget it either. Got my ass whipped pretty good as punishment. You did, huh? At least they forgave you. Well, so it's true, you really did join up with the cops. It's because of you that Walt... Walt? Did something happen to him, Dino? I guess the least I could do is warn you. Seeing as you did help me out a few months back. Walt's been 10 kinds of pissed off lately. If you value your life, stay away from downtown. Is there a particular reason he's so upset? Yeah, it's standing right next to you. Sure, the Testaments haven't caused any troubles in the cult incident. But Vazzy's ditched the downtown district and climbed into the pig pen. He didn't even bother settling things with Walt. So that's it. In other words, Walt's angry that his rival left him behind, is that right? I understand how he feels, but is that really Vazzy's fault? Lovely. There's nothing lovely about it, you broccoli-haired bastard. Do you even realize what you've done? It's your fault that Vaz hardly ever shows up at Ignis anymore. That's his prerogative. And I'm exercising mine by working with the SSS. The problem of the Saber Vipers are no concern of mine. You have no right to point the finger at me. Tcha! In that case, get the hell out of my sight. Don't blame me for what Walt will do if he catches you here, Vazzy, or any of you. I think that's our cue. We'll be leaving now. That might be for the best. Goodbye, Dino. Tcha! No entry for us. Okay, but I think I've been everywhere now, right? Good, then I end this episode and cut it all together. Until next time, I'm Ace, and don't get lost.